the truth is people remember stories and they relate to stories more than just like an info packet. So if they're looking at it going, oh my God, that's me, or I know someone who's been through that, you know, it helps them to understand and retain the information as well. So it's finding out like the why, I guess, behind the story. You know, what's the purpose? Why are we here?
Storytelling and reading a story is actually proven to be good for your brain, and it's good for balancing your dopamine levels, giving you a sense of accomplishment, satisfaction, and it also then gets stored in your long-term memory better. You're able to retain the information and facts. So it's really interesting that you're saying we're going to a shift back to long form, because maybe inherently as humans we're understanding that now.
I think so, for sure. Like, we're sort of hardwired for narrative. You know, they say that your brain retains, you know, like negative information. And I think we went through this era, maybe like this 5-year stretch of just constant drama. And I think we're sort of pulling back on how much drama we really want to, I guess, consume. And now people want to know more about the person and the journey and what they've been doing. And I think it's that authenticity piece as well. Like, they don't just want to read something because they're like, oh, drama. You know, they're looking at it going like, what can I take away from this a little bit more? Thought now's the time to shine a light on, you know, the unsung heroes of the industry. You know, you don't need to have like 100,000, you know, Instagram followers to be, you know, in our magazine. You just need to have a point of difference, you know, like something unique to talk about that is probably relevant to other people. You know, you have to get more creative and you have to think outside the box, and telling stories is definitely the way to do it because it does set yourself apart.